If you haven't done so yet and get a chance, please go subscribe to our YouTube page, where you might see this guy being painfully whack as he is right now with whatever it is he's doing over there. But go subscribe to our YouTube page, bFb Mavs, bFb DFW, bFb Cowboys. Search it, hit the notification. And Billy says hit the notification, hit the bell button so you can get the notification whenever we post something. Mm-hmm. Billy's doing videos now. Anything can pop up on there anytime.
All the types of random stuff.
And join us this coming Monday for the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles post-game show.
It'll be a late night.
Yeah, we're gonna be up late, entertaining you guys.
Right.
Cooking.
And then
me and this guy, we used to this. We did this from Maverick games. It was 1 or 2 in the morning out there putting content out.
Get the red line in there.
Yeah, content ready to go. But let's go around Cowboys Nation real quick. Talk about some things. Billy, we got Billy, EA, and the international lover of women, the sexual healer, LLQJQ in studio with us.
That's like 5 nicknames.
Yeah, the Quiet Storm, you name it, he's got it. So after the game,
You trying to get me canceled, huh?
no, I would never, because you love all women equal. That's why you're international lover of women. No matter size, shape, nationality, anything like that, you don't discriminate. Greg Zurline got the game ball after the game, and I was wondering how you felt about that. Do you feel he deserved it? Because I felt that Mr. Curse deserved the game ball.
You can't get the game ball if you didn't make the game-winning play.
Okay.
And it's not taking anything away from Mr. Curse. He played tremendous. He was the best defender on the field.
He did get a game. He technically did get a game ball. He didn't get the game ball like in the locker room thing, but he did get because they gave an offensive game ball, a special teams, and an offensive one.
3 phases, as Jason Garrett used to call it, all 3 phases. Curse should have got one for sure, but Zurline was the star of the game, obviously, in the biggest and most clutch moment of the game. He stepped up, especially bouncing back from what a lot of people considered a horrific week from him the week prior. There was no one else to give that game ball to. It had to go to Mr. Zurline.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't give it to him. I mean, he is the game. He had the game winner. It's like if Luka hits the step back jack to get your 3, he's the reason why you won, and that's why you corral him on the court. It's the same thing. Zurline had that step back kick.
Had to throw that Luka moment in there. Really. Yeah. Step back Jack's on his way. A couple more days, he'll be here.
MVP, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying is that you got to give him. We were all mad at him the week before.
Sure.
But this week we did it.
Yeah, but however, Mr. Curse he balled out is what it boils down. Well, this is definitely a shock. I didn't know this was gonna happen tonight.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah. Well, I guess what you guys have to do is move this way. EA will make you the centerpiece of the show, because joining us in the studio right now is at Tobosh10 on Twitter. He didn't join us last week, but he is here this week. I am actually shocked because this guy has been working hard.
With the Lucas.
Yeah.
Does he have a chair?
Oh, that is a good question. We'll get him one.
That's fine.
Okay. You look like you're about to go do a rap.
A rap battle. Yeah, won't you? Yeah, Papa Doc. won't you spit that for him? But again, if you haven't gotten over there, please go over there now and follow his Twitter page at Tobosh10, where they talk God, sports, and porn. Billy, slide down this way. Get out of EA's personal space there.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
How we doing, guys?
Well, you tell us, Mr. Handsome Devil.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm overrated, but
how'd you like that win? We got a W.
We did. Congratulations to Coach Garrett. Oh wait.
Wow.
Coach McCarthy and all them dudes for playing one of the most boringest games I've ever seen.
Now there was some. I noticed did you end up going to Texas Live?
I was at Texas Live.
You were at Texas Live. Now there was a little. I don't know if you maybe got into it with some guys at Texas Live or what happened, but there was some tweeting from you about style pointing going on, and I was wondering what led to that. Where did that come from?
Which camera's on?
Yeah, it's on you now.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, after the Cowboys win, if Cowboy fans don't actually enjoy it.
Billy.
Enjoy what a W really means. Then they start nitpicking and saying, "Oh, this team, expects to be. I expect them to be better than that. I want this and I want that." So it's like almost like when you get sex from somebody you don't know.
Oh,
then you want everything from that person, but that person can't read your mind unless you actually tell that person what you want beforehand, which may leave you. But beforehand, you may not get those goods. But at the same time, I mean, the football team did the same thing. They went into a stadium, they invaded the stadium, they got everything they wanted from that stadium. But sometimes you just want more, except just a good time.
You got anything you want to add to that, Mr. Sexual Healer?
I don't even know why you came to me that. That was loaded.
Okay, I just thought you might have had something. That's sexual healing. I thought you might have something.
100% agree with Tovash on that one because we do this, and this is the funny thing is like you would see this. I think a lot of Cowboys fans probably didn't expect the Chargers to be good. I think a lot of them expected that. Oh, it's the same old Chargers team that was from San Diego. They suck. They're not good.
I don't know why we warned them last week.
And we tried to warn them. This is a good team. This was a very good
sleep on this team.
And you beat them on the road. Technically, it was a road game. So you beat them on the road. That should be celebration. Yeah, later on, like today, we go through and nitpick some of the decisions because that's our job. And sometimes you hope that they'll come up. But I don't know why fans are sitting there right after the game giving shit about, we didn't do this, or oh my God, how dare they? No, you won. You won on a last-second field goal. Those are happy moments. You should be happy. We're Cowboys fans. We don't get many of those.
Well, I mean, that's a good point. I don't know if you know, this guy here is getting a lot of backing from the 817 in that Arlington Mansfield area. Over there, a lot of support out there.
Apparently, us three should quit the show, and Billy should just.
Yeah, it should be all about Billy. Well, I'll tell you this: there are a lot of support for Ed Tovash chin out there. I do hear Tovash's name mentioned. They've actually asked where have you been? Even my mother even asked where have you been.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah. She even asked, so there's been some concern where you have been, but this guy in the middle, no love from the 817 whatsoever.
They got petitions for me.
They're ready. They want this guy off the show. They don't want him around. Things like that. A lot of stuff in the 817. But before you came in, we were talking.
I'll have to die before I get off the show.
That's the way you should go. But we were talking about Greg Zurline getting the game ball. Did you feel that was rightfully deserved to him?
So his mental illness is cleared now?
Well, you mean of the Greg? Well, in Dub, I didn't get to bring something in Dub City. We did serve him chicken legs while he was there.
Were they baked or fried?
All variety. We mixed them up. We mixed them up for him in Dub City.
It was LA, so they don't know how to fry.
We mixed them up for him, man. Well, in Dub City, we bring them back here, but
okay.
Yeah, but in Dub City, we catered the whole thing, so we.
You had
all types of legs, turkey legs, chicken legs, everything. Just going through the thing.
You know what though? Like, and I'm pretty sure if you played football before, you always hear the term have a cornerback's mentality. Mm-hmm. I think the kicker is the next best person to have that same mentality because, no kicks are created equal, except extra points, and I think that if you miss the kick, you gotta forget about it. If you get burnt as a corner, you gotta forget about it. So with Zurline lining up for an 80-yarder, brought to you by the coaches, I think that he did what he's supposed to do. That so yeah, he should have gotten a bonus for that, and also an apology from the coaches, from the coaching staff, for not setting him up in a better position. But he got the job done, and everybody's pretty much everybody's happy.
That's a good point by you. Also, quick question. Do the Dallas Cowboys have a two-headed monster with the running game now?
Of course.
With Tony Pollard and Zeke?
I mean, they just didn't uncover it.
I don't know if you saw a video I did at the barbershop. Right, there was a gentleman who's a Cowboy fan sat in my chair. He seems to believe that, just like you, which is probably why they want you taken off the show, that Tony Pollard seems to be better than Ezekiel Elliott. And I know Billy doesn't think that because he's got Ezekiel Elliott's jersey on to show.
I'm not going to say who's better or not or all that. I'm just saying.
Well, we know you'll say who should be paid.
No,
who should.
I know. I'm not going to even talk about any money or anything.
What? No chip count?
No. All I'm saying is that you have an opportunity here that Tony Pollard deserves a little more some meat, a little more meat. Because, I mean, it's working. It works well. It's great to have a 1-2 punch at running back.
Are you saying Zeke leaves meat on the bone? You want him to come in and finish the rest of it?
All I'm saying is that TP should be allowed to get some.
You got a nickname for him. TP, did you hear that? You hear that? TP 20?
TP20.
Oh, okay. So that's been a course of concern. Who should get the ball more? Q, do you feel that this is a two-headed monster, or should we? I don't think that we need to be trying to, drive a wedge between these two with who should get the ball and who shouldn't. I think we need to embrace this and use it to the best of our advantage right now.
So first off, I think Ezekiel Elliott is a team player. I think Ezekiel Elliott is a football player.
He's bought into what we got going on.
And a lot of these guys like playing with QB1, as you affectionately call him.
So disrespectful.
I'm just announcing his title.
So
it's a great player.
Right now, as in the past, with what the old regime did with Dak and utilizing him incorrectly and not sort of using him to his full potential, I feel like they're doing that with Zeke. They're running Zeke on a lot of these outside zone runs when you should probably be running Tony Pollard, who's quicker, obviously, faster, more elusive, and have Zeke on more of the inside traps, the dive plays, the off tackle runs. Stop trying to pitch it out to Zeke, trying to make Zeke run around the outside. Like, Zeke's not turning the corner. Zeke ain't turning the corner in about
5 years.
3 years. Zeke's my dude. Zeke, one of my favorite players, but let's be honest. As my mom said, you got to call a spade a spade. And so we saw when they were able to create creases and you have a running back like Ezekiel Elliott with a full head of steam going forward, how about we get 5 less pitches and sweeps and all that BS to the outside? Let's have him punish those D tackles, punish those linebackers. Let's block to where Ezekiel Elliott is getting touched at the second level instead of being hit in the backfield or stopped for 0 yards.
Dobash?
And I would love to piggyback off that. And didn't I just critique the coaches about Greg Zurline about 3 minutes ago? I would love to give the coaches a quick shout out and a kudos because San Diego came into the game plan to where,
LA.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
LA.
We don't want to offend anybody.
They came into the thing where they're saying, hey, we're not going to let Dak beat us because they just seen what happened in Tampa.
I just talked about that.
And that opened up the running game because then they're like, okay, cool. We're going to drop our safeties back like punt returners.
And we're going to keep the ball out your hands, too, by holding it for the whole third quarter.
Right. And then we're going to allow you guys to eat on the ground because they didn't want Dak going to work.
Yeah.
And props to CeeDee Lamb for doing his thing. Amari Cooper for doing a little bit, But
is he hurt again?
Cooper?
No.
He got to win.
No, they said something about ribs or
His
something.
bruised
like that.
ribs. He's day to day.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's going to be on time.
He got hit in the stomach.
It was just a wind knockout, man.
There's some other injuries you should be concerned about, but go ahead.
But no, sorry. But it was awesome to see the running game, the ground game get off. And so now NFL take notice because you're in the division now. And you're facing a foe on Monday night who is like, damn, how can we stop them? Because now you just showed them 2 ways of your game, which that's what a real good NFL team is supposed to do. Show, hey, take away that. All right, cool. I'm going to hit you with that. All right, cool. This, now that. So now what do? I think the intermediate game shows up next week, or even the long ball shows up next week. We'll talk about that on Thursday. But at the same time, I mean, it's kind of good to see McCarthy get off to, hey, I got my first win. Y'all took away this, so I gave y'all that. That's very, very Bill Belichick of him. And so I give them props for doing just that.
I think overall, the running game is that, you look at Kellen Moore and you say, okay, he could easily just say Zeke's our starting running back, and we're just going to go with Zeke the whole time. But he's smart enough to know that, hey, we need to incorporate Tony Pollard. The guy adds another breakaway dimension. And this goes back to a lot of people bringing up great comparisons to not Julio. Julius Jones. Julius Jones and Marion Barber. Felix and Marion. I mean, and actually, I think Tony Pollard is a little bit better of a running back than Felix Jones was. Yeah. And so you're now, because remember on draft night, they were like, oh, Felix is going to be that big speedster. Yeah. Felix never really, I think he had one great game against the Eagles in the playoffs.
And he got injured.
He was a straight line guy. He wasn't
and Tony Pollard's very shiftier. He can do all these other things. He's very elusive. With him complemented with Zeke, those two can do wonders. So there's no. I know. Look, I know Walt likes to put them, make everybody against each other because that's your game. I get that.
I'm sorry. What
We're all friends here. We're all friends here. Zeke and Tony can work together. Just like me and Billy can work together. How did
I do that when the first thing I just said was we have a two-headed monster and I think we need to use it? So where do you get that I'm
I just like to blame
trying to pin on?
I just like to
See, that's why the 817 has no love for you. Stuff like that right there. That's why they want you removed right there. I understand it. That's what they do over there at that radio station. What's that station again? 1310 the ticket?
96.7 13.
You listen to that? don't worry, you're not missing much.
Don't respond.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Could be a digital employer.
Hey, can I ask Tobias a quick question?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Tobias, what do you think of our esteemed host wearing something from last week?
Well, his thing is to wear opposing team stuff, and he gave me a good reason to, as to why he's wearing it. So
I don't think that was good. I don't think that was good.
It's gonna be. Okay, so that shit is a very expensive habit that you got going on. I collect baseball jerseys, Jordan shoes, and baseball caps. So I get it, what you're doing. Woo, boy.
But I'm actually finding something for like good prices though. And then Fanatics, like they give me deals or whatever on
Okay.
it.
Why don't you? Can I ask you a question? Why didn't you just order all of them in bulk at once? Like you could have just ordered. You know what you could have done? You could have just ordered 32 NFL teams, and then
because I wanted to do it based off of who we played this season.
I know, but
we're not going to play all 32 teams.
But you will play them in
eventually.
Okay, but when they come, when the time comes, when the time comes, I'll buy the polo.
And then, but then your way so far has screwed up because not only
it didn't screw up. FedEx or Fanatics screwed this up with their shipping process. Hold on. I ordered this first, and I ordered the Eagles jersey, the Eagles polo second, right? I got the Eagles polo before I got this one, and then I checked the shipping on this one, and they rescheduled this shipping. I'm like, well, how the hell does that happen?
You want to know why? Because
Why?
people in LA don't even buy those jerseys.
Which is why I thought it would be the first thing smoking.
Wait, so what do you? So we're not. So Thursday, what are you going to wear for your Eagles thing?
What do you mean?
Don't tell them.
There is no Eagles.
Because I know your Eagles thing you can't wear because.
Yeah, because green. So it didn't matter because on Thursday I was going to wear Cowboys because the Cowboys are going to defeat Philadelphia. Now the Eagles situation that won't develop again until January 9th when we play the Eagles on the last game.
And you're still going to have a green one.
No, I'll have a new polo by then. I'm sending that one back. Thanks to @Tobosh10 on Twitter. I'm sending that back, getting my money back, and I'm going to purchase
the black one. You can do a black one or white one.
I think the white one is the one I might have to go with.
I can't wait for when we play the Panthers.
The Panthers is being ordered.
He's going to wear the Eagles jersey then.
The Panthers is going to be is getting ordered, and then we got the Giants the following week.
Don't forget that Raiders though.
Oh yeah,
that one's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be fire. We definitely getting that one.
That's silver and black.
I already have a Denver Broncos one. I got that one early.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you prepared for that.
But you get everybody off topic. See, that's what they talk about with you right there. The question I have is: should Micah Parsons stay at defensive end?
He should be where DQ decides to put him there, and meaning that there should be no set position. And maybe in the good coordinators like to put their players in the best positions to succeed. And it doesn't matter. Like I honestly think if you had a normal situation, we wouldn't have this. If DeMarcus Lawrence was healthy and you had Randy Gregory out there, Micah Parsons wouldn't have been needed. But yeah, move him around. If he, like I said, in the last 2 weeks, they had him in different positions each week doing different things. Well, this week he might need to be needed as a spy because you do get Randy Gregory back. So I think they don't need to permanently play, oh, you're a defensive end. Let him, the matchups dictate what happens each week, and let Micah Parsons be this all-around badass defensive player that can do anything.
All right, so with the spy, yes, because he has the same speed as Jalen, maybe even faster. Jalen, the quarterback,
Hurts.
Yeah, and so I do like that idea because you now you do have 94 back, and that rush game. I'm a little bit nervous because that dude is so elusive, but at the same time, I don't trust him as a passer. So then I also want go get him, pin your ears back, go get him type of situation, and maybe you can blow this team out. If you take them out their game, frustrate them, and do just that, maybe you can blow them out, and maybe you can see their backup, whoever the hell he is. But keeping him at defensive end was the question of this topic. Maybe throw him out there, for the next 2 games because it's endless at this point. You lost 90 for 8 to 10 weeks, right? And so maybe you try him out there. Maybe that's his niche. He was already working out with DeMarcus Ware, and so he's getting his knowledge from a Hall of Famer, a Super Bowl champion. I mean, everybody likes this kid, right? Mm-hmm. And so maybe he's that guy that can soak everything up, all that energy, and become the Hall of Famer that we want, that can stay here and do pretty much do the same thing and not leave like DeMarcus Ware did. So yeah, keeping him at defensive end, sure, especially for the next 3 to 5 games, which is a lot of games.
Yeah.
So for the last the last coaching staff, the word multiple has been thrown around. We want our teams to be multiple. We want to be multiple. We want to have a multiple attack. That's just a word that gets thrown around, and sometimes it doesn't mean anything. I think with this coaching staff, especially with Dan Quinn, we're seeing the actual word multiple on defense being applied, and on offense to some extent, but we're talking about defense, obviously. As far as Dan Quinn, we've seen him with a guy this size and Vic Beasley rushing off of that same left side. So he's used to an athlete like this. And Parsons, honestly, is a better athlete. I mean, he's a more natural athlete. He's faster. He loves the game. So I would stick him at defensive end because with Jalen Hurts he likes to roll right. And he likes to roll right and get all the way outside the pocket. He's not just like backing up. He's rolling right to get out the pocket to run. So now if we have a guy who runs 4.3 who is already on the edge, and we say, hey, Micah Parsons, you're going to have to dial it back. You just can't come with the inside speed rusher or else you're going to lose contain. He's going to get outside of you. And you say, hey, hold like DeMarcus Lawrence does. And we talk about why doesn't DeMarcus Lawrence get a lot of pressure? He plays the run. He kind of either he tries to rush around the outside or he holds, disengages, and plays the run, chases stuff down. So if we can have him on that left end to take away that potential of rolling right, throwing it deep, and we have Keanu Neal playing as you can have him play the spy. So now you have more of a DB and a big body. He's in there. He can play the run. He can go get Jalen Hurts. They're being multiple. They're putting Jaron Curse out there. They're putting 3 safeties out there. Like the Cowboys are doing things right now that we can be sort of we can be excited as fans and say, hey, this could work because when we play athletic quarterbacks, we've got the talent. And before I'm being long-winded, but they also have the running back.
Sanders.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. Like he can get loose in the run game. Miles Sanders can get loose in the run game, screen game. So you have to be ready for that.
You know what I was gonna say? Do you think that the Eagles are like game planning against that, knowing that Parsons lines up on the left side, which is Hurst's right side, and then also going, hey, we should be more left-handed in this game?
He doesn't pass the ball well enough to say, hey, we're going to just...
But you got running game and screens that way.
Yeah. You
got your left tackle over here, who should be your best, because he's a right-handed quarterback.
I think they're game planning, but I don't think they're good enough, again, to even if they tried that, I don't think it's effective. I went back and watched the Eagles against the Niners. I'm sorry. I mean, offensively, their game plan wasn't that impressive. There were 1 or 2 times where, Hurts got it down the field. They have burners on the outside, and Rager and your guy, Devontae Smith. They got some really good, talented receivers, but the problem is that, Hurts isn't as good of a quarterback to get it consistently down the field. And then when they do get into the red zone, they fuck up a lot. So I will say this. I wouldn't be worried about their game plan. I think what the Cowboys need to do is just stick to whatever Dan Quinn thinks is the best way to neutralize their attack. And my thing is, I'm okay with not setting him at defensive end, say that's your new position, you're going to be a defensive end forever, because I would like to switch it up, move him back into linebacker every now and then. Again, you just mentioned it. The coaching staff for the first time is actually using their players' abilities. They're not waiting. Remember the old way? The old way was you fit to my scheme, Mr. Marinelli. You fit to what I do. I need to have Taco Charlton because he can only do this one thing, and I like this way. No, we do it the other way now. We're like, hey, what can you do? You can rush the passer.
They're proactive. They're more proactive than they are reactive.
Exactly, and so
they're setting the tone now,
and which is breathtaking. It's like,
fresh,
oh my god,
it's fresh.
Exactly, and yeah. I just think that we've gotten so. I know we've been killing earlier Mike McCarthy and his game management stuff and Kellen Moore too and all that. We were killing them for that. But actual football wise, they're
X's and O's.
Yeah, they're a
They
lot
could
better.
they could go from a 4-3 that they sort of run, that sort of hybrid. They can switch to a 3-4. And the thing is, a lot of NFC teams, especially the NFC East, you don't see the 3-4. So if the Cowboys said, "Hey, Micah Parsons rushing off the end, it was cool. What if we move him even further out because he's so fast?" Now we're expecting these tackles, and they have an injury on the O-line. The tackle has to kick out to go get Micah Parsons because he's playing on the end, and you don't know which one of the guys on the edge is going to rush.
And then Randy Gregory is going to have a.
And Gregory is there too. He can stand up and rush. So
Which is why you put him on the right side.
Who's that?
Hopefully.
Who?
Gregory?
Yeah.
Gregory's going to play. Yeah, he's the right end too. He's
So
going to play right.
so hopefully he plays on the right side, and then I mean basically if he can get by that the left tackle, he can eat because Devontae is lined up on the left side anyway. I don't know what letter it is, X, Y, whatever, but he's lined up on the left side, and so Hurst is always dropping back. He's not really looking right, especially with that guy coming now. Yeah. So now you got. Oh shit! Well, who do I have over here on this left side?
He's got to cover them tight ends though, because
Right, and so I think it's going to be a tight end type oriented game with him and with Dak as well.
Yeah.
So let me ask this to Billy, and how excited are you overall in this defense? Because defensively, in the first two games, first of all, turnovers have been
Increased.
They haven't had this in a while. We lead the league in turnovers right now.
Takeaways?
And takeaways.
Really?
I think that,
I haven't
we
looked at it.
agreed on that. Somebody go correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But
that's right.
But Billy, what about this overall defense? What's changed for you from your perspective?
Well, it's what you just said, Q. I mean, they're multiple, man. They're coming out there. They're not stagnant. They're not just stuck to one defensive scheme. These guys are running three safeties, as you said. You look out there, you see Hooker, KZ, Kurtz. They're all safeties. You got them all out there. You run 2-3 linebackers.
They had Keanu Neal out there too.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
kind of like he's a linebacker, but he's really a safety. So
I mean, you got these guys out there, and for me, man, the biggest thing is the turnovers, man. And we talked about this during the offseason. Dan Quinn has these guys actually looking to get the ball out. They're punching at the ball.
Yeah.
These guys, every time I see them, they're stacking somebody up. Somebody's coming through punching at that ball.
That peanut Tillman.
You even see it at practice when I went out there when they were in Frisco. They actually have on the boxing gloves. These guys are out there like really punching at the football when guys are coming through. And that lets me know your goal and objective is to get that ball on the ground, get on it, give your offense extra possession, want the ball.
And that's such a that's an encouraging sign because we all thought this season the offense was going to do the load, everything, the heavy lifting. Everything was going to be dictated on Dak Prescott and this offense. But now, if we see this defense playing, all we needed them to do is be mediocre or above average, and that would have been fine. And they're playing above that, and that's the fact. And again, if they keep doing the takeaways, again, if you're one thing though, I know that they're going to get burnt a lot because Anthony Brown is on this team and he's going to get burnt. So as long as that's going to happen,
go here and come get you.
bring it on, Anthony. I could probably burn him.
Whoa!
I'm just saying. But if you keep getting takeaways like that, it's not going to matter. You make crucial
red
plays.
zone turnovers too.
So
Exactly.
it's time to cut Anthony Brown. Billy's made it on that he can't play on his team next year.
He can't be on my.
He shouldn't have been allowed on the plane home.
Well, he's been here. Was it his fourth year?
Yeah.
He probably got.
So he's made his
got a
NFL
contract.
money, and he's not okay. And I've watched him. I liked him because he seemed to be overly aggressive. I like
Scrappy.
that, right? And so I mean, plays with attitude. And then when you get guys like Diggs coming in, when you get guys like first year Jordan Lewis coming in, you were like, oh, 30 shouldn't even be on the field. But then 30 will go make a play or two. You're like, damn it. He ball hawked this one play, or he did this, he did that. But now you see quarterbacks actually attacking him, like Brady attacked him. This last guy attacked him. And you're like, dang it. So, bro, they looking right at you. And then I will go at Diggs too because I tweeted this part. But the play that Diggs goes on and he like flails his arms out, the dude caught over his head, 13. Diggs got a little cocky. He was trying to bait the quarterback.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, you little cocky son of a bitch. I get it. Hard Knocks like show everything about you, right? Your little son and everything,
Yeah.
right?
Well, Vosh,
Hey,
most
but-
quarterbacks don't complete that.
Right, but see, okay,
That
a
dude's
good-
60-something.
a good quarterback that gets paid to play football will complete that pass. You cannot take that for granted. I get it.
That
You
was
were
a
good.
special throw, man. You got to go back and look. That was a special throw.
We're talking about
Everything about that kid's special.
Yeah, we talking about a quarterback who really didn't turn the ball over in his first year.
He shouldn't have done what he did. You're right. He was trying to bait him, but
Yeah.
you don't think like this dude is gonna throw the ball 50-something yards
Yeah,
on a
on
rope,
the line.
On the line.
get it
On the
over
rope.
me, and he was like,
So he threw it on a rope to a top 5 receiver, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You as a second-year corner, respect that receiver, respect that quarterback,
That quarterback over there.
and then allow him to like
McLaurin got him last year when he was talking that hot.
So
hot trash.
give me some more respect, Diggs.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw what you were doing. I was like, oh, you got a little cocky on that one. You got burnt.
Yeah, but overall, though, if I'm going to choose, I'm picking Diggs because to me, Diggs showed that he has the talent. And I'm going to say
Take
it's
him all
all
the
pro.
way,
That's
too.
all pro talent right there.
I think he is too, man.
Hey, how you follow a receiver across the field? Like,
He's very, very confident, and I like it.
And his
Adrian,
That's
son-
what we've been.
and he has the
lacking.
cutest son ever. That guy.
Shout out to Aiden, man.
And he's a Patrick Mahomes fan.
Not a QB1 guy. Adrian Williams says Diggs got to get depth and play the position correctly.
yeah,
He did.
he
On
was,
that play,
he was
did.
cheating.
He's been a little cocky. on that one.
But overall, though, Anthony Brown, to me, I just want to say this: I appreciate what he's done for this team, but he needs to be served. He and Jalen Smith need to walk out together.
He's talking about it was another play. I know he's talking about in the cover 2. He didn't get the right depth, and he bit down. It was a different play. He bit down. So
Was
he makes
that the
mistakes.
play that Keenan Allen over there? That
On the right
Nah,
side,
it was
right side.
it was on the same side, but it was another
who would
play.
you- right now,
where
if
he
you
was in
had-
cover 2. He played it wrong.
Would you put Jordan Lewis for Anthony Brown right now, or Kennedy, or Calvin Joseph?
I don't have that. I don't have that much.
No,
faith
you
in Jordan
emphatically
Lewis right
says
now.
no.
Chill out.
But with Joseph, yes, I want to see him on the field more.
He needs to get out there.
I just want to see him on the field more anyway. Hell, even Kamara. I'm sorry that you got that penalty. But whatever position you play, sir, I need you on the field a little bit more. That tells me you're aggressive.
Yeah.
Adrian says it was Evans who you were talking about. He made the.
You were, yeah, you
who
told
you were talking about. It was Evans who he threw it to.
Oh, okay.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say CB or DB2 or CB2, however they're gonna do it. That needs to be Kelvin Joseph. We just gotta wait for him to get back.
He's
on
bigger
that field,
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Boss Man Fat, right?
that's my guy.
And
man.
you said he's got
I'm
next,
jamming
right?
Some of his shit
See,
out in the
I
parking
hope-
lot on the way home, too,
I'm
just
glad-
He's got next too, right?
Yeah, he's got next.
I
He's
hope
got next.
because you know what we they brought up on the post game show that one dude who was Boss Man, who was a fan of him. It was weird. He was criticizing him, yet his name was Boss Man Fat. But yeah.
Oh yeah, on our post game show,
Yeah,
yeah, dude's
but
name
he
Boss
was
Man. But
criticizing him.
that was like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Like
Kinda
his
weird.
nickname's Boss Man Fat, but he was
killed
going
him.
in. He
Yeah.
was going
He was
in on
going
Kelvin
in.
And he
Joseph.
goes because the
And then at
Cowboys
the end he
could've-
goes,
the
I'm
Cowboys-
actually a Kelvin Joseph fan. I don't know what y'all talking about. I was
Well,
like,
it didn't seem like it.
we couldn't
but,
tell.
He said the Cowboys should have got Asante Samuel Jr. and of course he did great today. In the,
He was up for that too, yeah, but he's part of that.
I don't know. We'll see. I think Kelvin Joseph. The problem is that when we did see him, he wasn't playing well.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
He's
we
a
saw.
rookie.
So
This cornerback is like the hardest position.
I get it, but we haven't seen.
Come
He
in.
hasn't
It really
played
is.
Because you think like it's these dudes in college, like, hey, I'm gonna just
No.
I'm gonna let him run past me and go catch him.
No, corners.
Like-
I know. The corners is a hard.
And we let
position to
one
play.
go because he didn't get interceptions. He's pretty good at his job.
Still the dumbest decision.
But
Balling too.
listen, we got everybody here. We got the restaurant all cleaned up because it's time to go to Dub City. See who came through.
Those
and who got the
inspectors
special.
didn't shut you down?
No, they're not. We passed all codes, baby. Ready to go. So let's take a break. When we come back, Dub City right here next on DallasOnAir.com.